We have here the negative advantage for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Jefferson. My name is Zoro Kasuya. First, I'll attack the first advantage. Advantage one is not important. It's impossible that all the newly accepted college students will get intern positions. Companies are not ready to do that. Most of the students will just idle away. This huge, useless crowd of lazy young people will overshadow a pinch of good kids who will do internship. And also, advantage one is not unique. Internship is practically the same as a part-time job. Most university students are already doing that. Therefore, unless the affirmative side proves many students will do internship and their competence will be improved uniquely by internship in their defense speech, the first advantage will never stand. And even if they prove that their advantage one is solely limited to the limited number of individuals, maybe it's true they'll be competitive. However, those competitive young people will seek for their fields outside of Japan. They'll be taken up by foreign universities and foreign companies, which will lead to the disadvantage we argue, brain drain. And now I'll attack advantage two. They said more and more foreign students will come to Japan, but it is not true. Take Indian students as an example. In India, the academic year starts in April, just like Japan. However, Indian students choose America, not Japan, when they study abroad. While the number of Indian students who study in America is about 100,000 every year, Indian students who study in Japan are only a few hundreds. This fact proves that the time of enrollment doesn't matter at all. What keeps foreign students away from Japan is other factors, such as language barrier, cultural differences, or level of universities or ailing economy. And lastly, it's true, more and more excellent Japanese students will go to study abroad. That's good for them. However, this is a huge intellectual loss for Japanese academic world and society. Because once they're gone, they never come back, which is what we call, ladies and gentlemen, brain drain. So happy Father's Day to all of you.
Thank you. We will now have a question from the affirmative side for 2 minutes.
Thank you for your speech. I want to ask you about this brain drain argument that you keep referring to.
Okay.
Or do you have any evidence that indicates that once gone, Japanese people will not prefer to live in Japan?
All right, so what clearly comes to my mind is Ichiro. He left Japan quite a few years ago, and he never came back. We miss Ichiro.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, but that's one person. Don't you think that many Japanese people who study in the U.S. or elsewhere return to Japan?
Before answering that question, I have to say Ichiro is more than one person to us. He represents the beauty and virtue of Japanese culture and Japanese traditions.
That is a good point. But your only evidence to substantiate this claim is Sankai newspaper. Sankai newspaper begins with, quote, "There is an opinion." It seems as though this evidence is not even defending that opinion, it merely expresses the fact that some people think this. So, just because one person thinks this, does that make it true?
A few years ago, the two Japanese chemists got
So you have
Nobel prizes.
two people?
Okay. Yeah, these are just examples, but they worked in American universities. I cannot remember the name, Dr. Nambu and Shirakawa, or something like that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, just like that. As those examples shows, excellent people left Japan and never come back. That actually happening right now, and after the plan is up, and those cases are happening more and more.
You think it will happen more? I have a question for the audience. Raise your hand if you would think about getting a